There are two ways to deal with the loss and pain. There are two outcomes that can come out of your struggles. And when I say you struggle, pain, or loss, if you're going through some difficult time right now in life, and I really want to make this video for you so you can really reflect on it and maybe rewatch it later if you're not ready to receive this message right now. And when I speak about loss, it's not just the empty words. I had suffered loss myself multiple times. I know what it's like to lose your close one. I lost my father when I was 9. A little I knew that after 2 years, I'm going to lose my 18-year-old sister who died from leukemia. And that season, my whole family, we were in complete shock. Not only we lost our father, the core, the center of our family, but he also was a role model for all of us. He was a very kind man. And it still hurts, still till day, the scars are still there. But I just really want to make this, and I feel like God really guiding me to make this video for you. So when I say loss, I know what it is. It's not just an empty word. I've lived this. I've carried this pain through my life of not having a father by my side. I've lost my sister of 18-year-old 2 years after we lost our father. Our family was hit with another loss. My 18-year-old sister died from leukemia. My family suffered financially. We lost our house. So my whole life that I knew was completely flipped upside down. So I know exactly how it feels. And the moment you feel it's so unfair, you feel like, why me? What is wrong? What did I do? I was just 9. I didn't do anything. Why this God? Why is he doing this to me? And I really want to encourage you for this video. If you're going through a loss right now, there are two ways to deal with this. The one way of dealing with the loss, we can feel pity for ourselves. We can feel as a victim in this situation, which will create ultimate bitterness. You will become bitter. But there is another way of reflecting to your loss, to your suffering right now. And again, it doesn't make sense in the moment, and it feels real, it feels raw, it feels unfair. But I guarantee, if you would just stick to the hope that there is a reason for this, that your very own scars will be healing power to the others in the future. Not at this moment, you're not ready there yet, but in the future, they will become the healing power to the others. And when I was going through this, I was just 9, and then 2 years later, we lost our sister, we lost our house. My mom was suffered financially badly. We went through the season where we had nothing to eat. So all of the struggles that I suffered in my upbringing, in the moment, it felt like nobody cares, that God abandoned this family, that he abandoned me. And for a very long time, I lived with that kind of mindset. But like I said, God is very personal. He started to reveal to me day by day that everything that happens to me, it's evil, it's horrible, but he can turn it upside down and make it for your own good. So your own scars, your own wounds, your own loss and pain, one day they will be a healing power to people who are going to be going through the same thing. So right now, when I see people who are going through loss of losing their father or sibling, I know I can relate to them, and I can look them in the eyes and say, you're going to be okay. But I will also say to them, but remember that do not let this loss, do not let this, the most tragic event of your life, just be lost in vain. Use it for good. Not right now. In the moment, you need time to recover. You need to suffer. You need to grieve. But if you will just have a hope and a picture with God that this is not just about you anymore, that's on a larger scale. As horrible as it sounds, as hard to believe it sounds, your very scars will be healing power to the others who will be going through the same thing. So instead of hiding your scars, instead of hiding your painful story in the past, Reveal it to the world. Connect with the one who, if you've been through maybe abusive relationship, or if you suffered a loss of a sibling or a close family member or spouse or whoever that might be, if you would just, instead of feeling a victim, instead of feeling that it's unfair, well, look at it and see it as a strength, as an opportunity to help others to go through. And the one incredible thing that God is doing this to us, He's also revealing to us how much strength we have in us, how much strength we have to go through the loss and still carry on and still smile and still bring the light to this world. So today, I really encourage you, reflect on your loss. If you already had this past a story in the past that you can share with others, if you still carry that kind of victim mentality mindset that it was done to me unfairly, I really encourage you today, come to God today, reconcile with Him, and He will reveal to you that your very own scars, will be a guiding light to someone who is going through the same thing today. That your very own pain will become the most secret power to lead people out of it. If you've been an addict, the same thing. If you overcome that, share your story. Don't hide your scars. Your scars there for a reason. Your scars not just for you to feel bad about yourself. Your scars not to feel ashamed about yourself. Your scars to empower other people. So if we're choosing one way of feeling bad about yourself, we're ultimately going to be bitter. We're not going to use that horrific event, and God won't be able to turn upside down and make it for good. And I just want to really encourage you from the Bible, when Joseph was attacked by his brothers and then was sold into slavery to Egypt. And when many years later, his brothers came for him, they didn't recognize him. And what Joseph said, what you intended for evil, God intended for good. So what happened in Joseph's story was horrific. He was attacked. There was horrible things done to him. But he chose to see and reflect on his suffering, that it was for his own good, that he was able to help his brothers when they were in need, even though they tried to kill him. The same thing to you. I know in the moment you feel like it doesn't make any sense, but if you would just stick to the hope that it's not just a coincidence, it's not just God is being bad to you or punishing you. Every evil thing that was done in your life, if you allow God, He's going to turn it upside down and use it for good. So I encourage you today, go back to God. If you're still bitter about some events that was done in your life, if someone brought you so much pain, if you lost a significant other, and if you still carry that wound and this bitterness towards God, that it was unjust, I really want you to bring that to God. And I want you to bring this to God, this pain, so He can transform this pain into your power, so your scars can finally be healed. But don't hide them. Reveal them to the world, so your scars can help the one people, because people right now in this world today going through what you went through in the past. So you can be that catalyst. You can be that guiding light to those who are in need right now.